Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeff, and I'll be your spokesperson. I am from the Stream Machines YouTube channel, where we take the difficult things of streaming and help you with them one video at a time. And in this video, let's take a look at what my thoughts are. You don't have to stay, but here's where I'm landing. I believe that Google is the new king of streaming, and I bet you didn't know they have slowly taken over. Let's take a look. All right, guys, I am back. So that main statement that Google, to me, is the new king of streaming, and I bet you didn't know why I believe that to be true. Now, as it stands right now in 2024, 2025, last year, the number one selling device was an Amazon Fire Stick worldwide. I had someone challenge me in the group, or I should say in YouTube, said I was a waste of time and, I'm getting bad facts. I don't think so. I look up everything. And last year, you can Google it, Amazon Fire Sticks, they sold over $682 billion worldwide. Ain't nobody beat that. But the recent changes in their operating system from an Android or Google to Vega, everyone has been affected. Everyone has been talking about it, but not a lot of people are talking about solutions. They're talking about the problem. And Amazon Fire Sticks have been a problem. It's always something wrong. You always got to update it. It's a warning, 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 Fire Stick warning. It's like everyone has the warning sign, the orange warning, warning. Android devices are supposed to be open and not have any problems. So here comes Google. Google recently said, hey, we're going to block third-party apps. Recently, they pulled back on that because the opportunity is in front of them to be the number one king of streaming. And you can say they're almost there because there are 10 million subscribers on YouTube TV. 10 million. That's a lot of people. So Google owns YouTube TV. So we're going to take a look at the Google timeline on why I believe they are the new king of streaming. So we're going to look at how the detailed timeline of Google's journey into streaming TV. So it all started way back in 2010 when Google TV launched. Google partnered with Sony and Logitech to launch Google TV, a platform combining live TV with web browsing. It ran on Android and included the Chrome browser, but faced challenges with usability and content restrictions. In 2013, 3 years later, Chromecast revolution. Google released their first generation Chromecast, a $35 HDMI dongle that allowed users to stream content from mobile devices to TV. It was a massive success due to its simplicity and affordability, marking Google's first major win in streaming hardware in the platform. 2014, 1 year later, Android TV debuts. Okay? Android TV comes to the forefront. Google replaced Google TV with Android TV, a more refined platform focused on apps, voice search, and content discovery. It became the foundations for smart TVs today and streaming boxes from brands like Sony, Nvidia, and TCL. 2015 to 2016, ecosystem expansion. Android TV gained traction with more device partners and app support. Google Assistant integration and Google Play Store access made it a competitive smart TV platform. So between 2014 and 2015 to maybe 2019, that's where I believe they took over. Because Android TV replaced Google TV. And Android TV is on almost every single device. From on-box to name it. There's so many from Me Cools. They all have the Android TV platform. So 2020, Google TV reimagined. Google reintroduced Google TV as a new interface layer on top of Android TV. Notice they didn't get rid of Android TV. It focused on personalization, recommendations, aggregation, and a unified watch list across the services. You'll notice even on this this Google TV or this GTV, it is all unified from my apps at the top all the way down from Gabby's Dollhouse to Tubi to features on Google Play, Sling TV free, Peacock, which I pay for. Cody's not there, so I got to redo that. Top selling movies, Spotify. I have my Spotify here. This player plays everything, but it is reimagined because it's all in one offering. And that was started in 2020. Now, 2022 to 2024, Chromecast with Google TV. So Google phased out the old Chromecast UI and launched Chromecast with Google TV, combining streaming hardware with a full-featured remote and interface. They keep growing and growing and growing. Now, this marked the shift from casting only to a standalone TV or smart TV experience. Now, in 2025, Google officially retired Chromecast branding and introduced the Google TV streamer, continuing to push toward a unified streaming ecosystem. Google has changed the game and will continue to change the game because they understand being the king of streaming, you have to stay innovative. Now, for whatever reason, Amazon has said, yeah, we're going to change some things and it's going to affect a lot of people. But after making $682 billion, would you care? I'd love to hear what you guys think, but I bet you didn't know that Google, since 2010, has slowly and effectively changed streaming, because 9 times out of 10, if you go to your homepage, it has Android TV, Google TV on top of Android. I look forward to your comments below or comments in the comment section. I'm open to hearing what you guys think. And I believe Google's going to be around a very long time because they finally recognize you got to give the Android people what they want. No restrictions, freedom of choice, and a chance to do what they want with the devices that they pay for. My name is Jeff, and I appreciate you guys not keeping me a secret. Share this video with someone you care about. Stay up as you get into the Thanksgiving season and the holiday season. We bless you and we honor you, and we'll see you in the next.
Real quick, keep your head up, look to the heavens. Number 2, God's not finished with you yet. He's going to complete what he's promised. And number 3, stay humble. Crush the day.